Hello and welcome back to Shakesyear. We are still working on Measure for Measure, and today we get to hear from Isabella in Act 3, Scene 1. Now remember, she went to Angelo to try to plead leniency for her brother because she doesn't want him to have to die because he got his common law wife Julietta pregnant. And I don't think he should have to die either, but that's neither here nor there. So anyway, she went to Angelo, and Angelo said, if you sleep with me, I might let your brother go. And she was very, very offended by this because she is about to become a nun, and also she shouldn't have to barter sex for her brother's life. I mean, that's weird. So then she goes back to her brother in jail and tells him the whole story. And his first reaction is don't do it. But then he thinks about it a little bit more. And yesterday we had him pontificating, sort of like Hamlet, on the value of life and how scary it is to consider not being alive and what happens when you're not alive anymore. And he ends up sort of leaning towards the, well, could you just do it for me anyway? And she says, oh, you beast! Oh, faithless coward! Oh, dishonest wretch! Wilt thou be made a man out of my vice? Is not a kind of incest to take life from thine own sister's shape? What should I think? Heaven shield my mother, played my father fair, for such a warped slip of wilderness ne'er issued from his blood. Take my defiance, die, perish. Might but my bending down reprieve thee from thy fate, if it should proceed. I'll pray 1,000 prayers for thy death, no word to save thee. So what she's saying here is, Claudio, you suck. How could you possibly ask me to do this? This is wrong and horrible, and I will pray for you once you die, but I will not do this other horrible thing for you, because I just won't. And personally, I think that's fair. So anyway, that's that. But then shortly thereafter, the Duke comes into the scene, because remember, the Duke was there talking to Claudio disguised as a friar just prior to this, and he asked the provost to lead him somewhere where he could listen in on this conversation without them knowing. So he's been listening in on this whole exchange. He has some thoughts and a possible solution, but we'll get into that tomorrow. I'll see you then.